Hello friends, welcome to this Excel learning session. Today we are going to learn the top 10 tips which are going to help you to improve your speed, which will make you work faster in Excel. Let's not spend too much time. Let's start. Okay friends, our first Excel tip for you is whenever you're typing any formula, so do not spend too much time on typing. So you do not need to type the entire letters of the formula. Let's see an example. So let's say you want to write a formula, VLOOKUP formula. I have seen that many people do is what they do is like they type VLOOKUP. Likewise, they do this, but never do this going forward. What you have to do is simply just type equal to sign, then just type V and L. Once you type, the system will automatically gives you an hint whether you want to type this formula. So just hit tab button and then you can continue. Let's take another example. So let's say you want to use concatenate formula. So instead of typing entire letters, you just have to type CO first few characters. Once you type it, then you have to hit tab button. Okay, friends. So I hope you understood this first step. Let's move to the next step. So our next tip is as you must have learned few shortcut keys to navigate faster in Excel, but it is very difficult for us to remember all the shortcut keys. Okay, if you are a new user to Excel and you want to improve your speed, so what we can do is you can use Alt button which is given on your keyboard. So what this Alt button does is once you hit Alt button, it will open all the menu buttons. So let's say you want to go to home button and then you want to go to conditional formatting. So this would be difficult if you don't know the shortcut keys. So what you have to do, you just have to press Alt button on your laptop. So once you hit Alt button, you can see there are some letters highlighted in black. So let's say you want to go to home, you have to press H. So once you press H, then let's say you want to go to conditional formatting. What you have to do, you have to just press L. Okay, friends. So then you'll go deeper, and you can select whichever field you want to use. Okay, let's take another example. Let's say this time you want to go to data, but you don't know what is the shortcut key. Let's try our trick. You have to just press Alt button. Okay, so as you press Alt button, you can see to go to data menu bar, you have to press character A. Once you press A, then it will open all the sub menu bars in the data section. So let's say you want to go to filter and you have to want to apply filter, then you have to just press T. Okay, so as you see it, filters are applied automatically. Okay friends, so I hope you can use this Alt button and you can navigate faster than before. So I hope this helps you. Okay, so you have to practice it as many times as is possible. And once you master this, then you'll create your own shortcuts. You don't need to remember all the shortcuts. Okay, friends. Let's move to the third tip. So third tip is apply and remove data filters quickly. Okay, I think you are aware of these two shortcut keys, Alt DFF or Control Shift L. Let's see how we can do it practically. So let's say you want to put filter on this data. So what people usually do is they go to this data tab, then they locate to this filter button, then they click on this. Okay, this is the one way they do it. Instead of doing this, what you have to do, you have to just press Control Shift L to apply the filter, Control Shift L to remove the filter. It's easy. Or in some older Excel versions, what you can do is you can press Alt DFF to apply filter and to remove filter. Okay, so you can use any of these two shortcut keys, either Control Shift L or Alt DFF. Okay, so I hope you understood this one also. Okay, friends. So let's see on the fourth trick what we have. So how to format numerical columns. So there are three important shortcut keys that I'll tell you now. Okay, so we'll see this with example. If you see this table, in this table we have a column called sales amount, we have a column called discount percentage, and a column called date. Okay, so if you look at these data columns carefully, the sales amount is just formatted as number. But what we want you to do is you have to format it as a currency. So what is the fastest way to convert this in currency? The one thing is that you can do manually by going to home button, then going to this format option, and you can select here the required, the uh, the correct one format type. Okay, so but this is a bit difficult task, or you say it's a time taking task. So what you can do is you just have to select the entire column and you have to press three keys at a time. So three keys at once you have to press. So what are those three keys? To convert this amount into currency, you have to press Control Shift and number 4 on your keyboard. So once you press Control Shift and number 4, the amount will get converted in currency. Similarly, to convert this discount into percentage, what you have to do is you have to use Control Shift and number 5. Okay, so this will get converted into discount percentage. And for date, you have to press Control Shift and 3, number 3. It will convert your numbers into date. So remember these three shortcut keys: Control Shift 3, Control Shift 4, Control Shift 5. 3 is for date, 4 is for currency, and 5 is for percentage. Okay, friends, so start up using this and boost your Excel speed. So let's move to the next shortcut key. So what is the shortcut key? How to create a new folder quickly. So let's say you want to create a folder. So let's say I'll go to my C drive and let's say I'll delete this sample folders. So let's say you want to create a folder, but you don't know what's the shortcut key. What people do is either they use directly click on this shortcut button, or they'll do a right click and they'll go to the new option, then they do folder. So it takes a bit time, but if you want to do it quickly, what you have to do is you have to just press alt and F2 button, sorry, alt and number 2 button, alt number 2, alt number 2, alt number 2. You can create as many folders as you want. Okay, friends, so so the shortcut key to create a new folder is alt and number 2. Okay, so I hope this is a bit easy to remember. Okay, so let's move to the sixth tip. So our tip number 6 is do not use merge columns. Use cell formatting and select center across selection. Okay, so you have seen that. So I'll give an example. Let's say these two columns, formula, and I'll create one more column, formula, and this one. Okay, so what people do is, let's say they add one more row, and let's these two cells will merge it and we'll call it new formulas. I think I believe you have come across this situation many times. So what people usually do is they merge two columns and they use it further. So but whenever you want to apply the filter, right, so it will be difficult for you to apply the filter here. Okay, because of that you won't be able to, let's say you want to delete this column, you cannot delete single column here because these cells are merged. So this creates a difficult task, and because of that we should not merge these columns. But instead of merging, what you can do is you can go to, first you have to select both the cells, then you have to press Ctrl 1 and go to format cells. Okay, then go to alignment, and as you see here, we want to change the format alignment horizontally. So what you can do is you have to select center across selections. Just select it and hit OK button. Okay, so once you select it and click use this alignment, then you can see here your text is looking like it's merged, but it is not merged. So let's say you want to delete this column, you can just use shortcut key and you can delete this column, no problem. Okay, but in earlier situation when we merged these two cells, we were not able to select this single column. Okay, so I hope you understood this problem and hope you'll use this. Okay, so let's move to the trick number 7. Okay, let's see what is this. Use quick analysis tool to analyze your data. Let's say you want to do formatting, you want to use charts, you want to use total, or you want to put pivot table, or you want to use spark lines. So we have a tool called quick analysis tool that you can use in your Excel as well. So let's say this is our data and you want to do some analysis on this data. Okay, so what you can do is just select the data or click anywhere and you have to just press Alt and Q. Okay, or you have to just select data and do Control Q. Okay, Control plus Q. So once you press Control plus Q, you can see many options here. If you want to apply data bars, you can do data bars. Okay, or if you want to apply this conditional formatting, you can do this in one click. Okay, or let's say you just want to put a chart based on this, you can do this in one click. Okay, so let's say chart we have seen. Now we'll see totals. Let's say you want to do some sum or average or count, or you want to use any of these options. You have to just click. Once you click here, you'll see the summarized column here. Okay, so let's see what else we can do with this quick analysis tools. We can create a table also. You have to just use this pivot table. It will give you multiple options. You have to select which one you want. Let's say you want to check the sales amount based on this levels. So you have to just go to this table and then you have to select this pivot table. It's ready. It's in within a second you will be ready with your pivot table. Okay friends, so let's see what else we have here. Okay, so go to Control Q and then see tables. We have seen it. Now we'll see spark lines. You can use spark lines also. It creates a chart based on your data. Okay, so this is as simple as that. Okay friends, so start using this quick analysis tool. Okay friends, and this is called quick analysis tool. Okay, you can use this and improve your speed. Okay, so we have seen 7 tips so far, and let's see what is our next step. Let's go to the tip number 8. Don't spend too much time in removing duplicate entries. Use the new function to quickly identify unique records. So friends, let's say as you have seen this, in this column, city column, there are so many cities. Let's say there are n number of cities, and let's say you want to find out how many unique cities are there. So what people usually do, they select this data, then they create a new sheet, then they paste here, then they go to data, then they use this remove duplicate function, and once they do it, then they get this result. But this takes too many steps. Okay, so instead of this, what you can do is you have to just, let's say I'll you have to go to any empty cell, and what you have to do is you have to just type unique function. Okay, just select unique and select this entire column where your data is there. Okay, just you have to select and hit enter, and now you can see this. See, 14 is available in one click. Okay, so instead of taking too many steps, you can use this in single click. Okay, you just try to have to write this unique function. You can use for any column. Let's say I want to find out how many unique states are there. You just have to type unique, select range, and then hit enter. Okay, so this is very easy tip. You can just start practicing and use it wisely. Okay, we'll move to our tip number 9. So using formula all the time is an old way of working. So what you have to do is use flash fill function wherever is possible. Okay, let's understand this. Using simple technique. So let's say friends, you want to find out what is the month in this formula. So what you have to type here is you have to just type June. Okay. So uh, let me just copy paste this for one time and now I'll type it again. So the first month in this is August. I'll type August. So in the second data is April. So I'll type April. Okay friends. So once you type this, you have to go to next cell and press Ctrl E. So once you press Ctrl E, see, we have not written any formula here. We just gave two examples to the Excel and then it automatically calculated the number, these months. Okay. So this is one unique formula, that unique function. This is called flash fill. You can use this. So let's see another example of this. So in this example, what we'll do, we have this classes, right? So first class, same class, second class, standard class. So I just want that first word of these classes. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just write second. Okay, so this is the one example I gave. Then I'll select this standard. So as soon as you type, this Excel understands what you want and then you just have to hit enter. Okay friends, so this is called flash fill. So this is the easiest one you can use for you can try this for any other requirements which you do usually. Okay, so this is so for 9th tip. Now let's move to the 10th tip. Let's see what we have. Add your own shortcuts to quick access toolbar. Okay friends, so this, we'll see how we can do it. So let's say you use a filter button all the times, and to use the filter button you have to go to data and then you go to this filter. Okay, so this is an example. So instead of that, what you can do is, so let's say I want to filter all the standard classes here. So what you'll do, if you want to filter standard classes, what you usually do is you go to this, you first apply filter, then you go to this drop down, and then you go to the second class and then click OK. So this is a general way. But instead of that, what you can do is, if you use the quick access toolbar, then you can just go to any of the data point which you want to filter. Let's say I want to filter first class. You have to go here and just click two shortcut keys and this data will be filtered. Let's say you want to filter this time standard class, so you have to just press Alt F5. So Alt F5 is a shortcut key that I have added to my quick access toolbar. Now I'll tell you how to apply this quick access toolbar. So what you have to do is go to your ribbon bar and click on this customize quick access toolbar and then go to more commands. Okay, so once you are in quick access toolbar, you can see there are by default four things are there. One is auto save, one is save, one is undo, and one is redo. And this auto filter that I have added. So for now I'll remove this to help you understand. So let's say now I want to use this auto filter. So you have to go, you have to select all commands and you have to navigate where is the auto filter. Okay, so I hope till now it is clear. Okay friends, so you have to go to quick access toolbar, you have to go to all commands and you have to navigate where is auto filter. Okay, so my auto filter, let's find out friends. Let's help me to find out auto filter. Yes friends, I got it, auto filter. Then you have to click on this add button. Once you click here, this is auto filter. So here is a trick. So if you press alt and number 1 on your keyboard, you will be able to use this function. If you press alt 2, you will be able to use this function. Similarly, alt 3, alt 4 and alt 5. Okay, you have to just click OK, then say alt 5. Okay, thank you so much. I hope you understand. Thank you so much.
Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.